Okay, so welcome back. Now we're going to have a look at using a loop. So we're going to undo what we did adding those extra statements. So I'm just going to Control Z and getting all of my extra pastes in. Back to the point. There we are, we're back to the point where it's just got one statement, or one group of statements. So it's moving 50 and turning right 90 there. So he's just doing that once. Now we'll check first of all that our code works correctly, so let's push play and we should just have the one line going. Excellent success. And now what we're going to do is use a looping statement to repeat that 4 times. Now once again, Visual Studio gives you a whole lot of extra helpers. So long as you know the starting command to create a loop, it will actually finish it all for you and set up the structure even for you. So the command that we're going to use to create a loop is called for. So you can see as I type for, there we go. And now what I can do is I can press tab, and if I press tab again, you'll see that it actually adds a whole lot of extra details in for me. So you'll see it's got for, then it's got some extra parameters that we're going to learn about in a minute, and then it's got the start curly braces and the end curly braces there. Now the way this works is this is a loop, and everything that appears between the curly braces is going to be repeated multiple times. So we actually want to move this finishing one down to the end. You'll see that this statement here is do the following 4 times, and it's called line number 5.1, but our repeat is called 5.2. And so that means that we actually want to move our finishing bracket down to the point where we want to finish our repeat. So you can just either cut and paste that or drag it down, and then it's tidy to tab it across so that the 2 curly brackets line up. And so now everything that's between those curly brackets, those parentheses, is going to be part of our repeat statement. Okay, so back to our for. The way that our for statement works is it sets up a variable. So you can see this first section here, we've got our little semicolon. It sets up a variable. The variable is named I, and it sets that variable equal to 0. And then what it's going to do is it's going to say, okay, well, while I is less than a number, and then it's got this little statement I++. Now you'll remember from 2 lessons ago, or 3 lessons ago, I++ is the shortcut for increment, which means add 1 to that variable. So what it's doing is it's saying set I to 0, and then it's got a condition, I is less than length, and then it's saying what to do with that variable every time it loops increment. So what we can do here is we can say while I is less than 4, we want to increment and run this loop. So this is going to start at 0, then it's going to, every time it loops, increment I by 1, and it's going to keep doing that until this condition here is met, I is less than 4, or while this condition here is met. Let's try that and see what happens. So it's going to compile, he's going to go right, and success. And so now our looping condition is running all of these 4 commands in the middle 4 times because it's using some maths to do it for us. All right, have a go at trying to use that for statement. Remember, you can use tab to get the for statement structure set up, and then you just put the code that you want to loop inside of the parentheses. All right, give that a go.